Hey, Dana. You're frozen. Hey,
Hey,
how are
hi
you? We're back.
there.
We are
Do
back
you see my
again.
first shout out? You see Phil? That's my
I
first
see it.
shout
Philip.
out.
Hi, Philip. Philip
That's my
Walcott.
BFF, my first pod mate
Oh,
when we started in pharma a million years ago.
really? Well, how are
Yes.
you, Philip? Thank you. Bring all of your friends to the room. Bring them all to the room.
Thanks,
We're
Phil.
here. The ladies are here right now.
Mm-hmm. And I
The
think I got a
ladies are
few
here.
more. A few
Okay,
more
come
will
on
do.
in. Tell them to come on in the room. Give me one moment. Okay. All right, I had to let Boogie out. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. I had to let Boogie out. He's whining. It's his birthday today. He's 1 year old today. And we had, you did great. The podcast was great earlier. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait for that to come out on Monday.
Oh, great.
And wow, what a day. It's Thursday. It's freaking Thursday, Friday Eve. Hey, Zamilla, how are you? Welcome to the room. We are meeting in the ladies' room right now, as we talked about earlier. I'm so excited.
You
Come
like the
on in,
red
Phil.
cup?
Bring your boys in.
Put your red cup.
I don't have a gold cup somewhere over there, but maybe I can find a red cup somewhere. So,
It was the only thing I could find.
that's fine. Brings back tons of memories.
Tons. Good one.
Exactly. Well, Dana and I, we go way, 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 way back. Our dads were actually BFFs
Yes.
on the
Yes.
police force. They studied together. They went through the ranks together.
Whew.
Dana, oh my gosh. And I remember you had the German Shepherd Blackie. He was he was such a nice dog, but he was huge. Right? Blackie.
Yes.
And I loved him. Then we got our German Shepherd Spike. And I was like in
a
the
little
third
dog
grade.
named Spike.
Spike, and he was black too. We had the black coat and the white underneath. And like our dads were dog lovers, as we still are.
Yes.
As we still are. What kind of dogs do you have now?
I have a American Bulldog. Everyone thinks that he's a pit, but he's an American Bulldog, and he's the XL. He'll get as big as 120 pounds.
Wow.
The most he will do is lick you to death. That's it. He's a sweetheart. Like
It sounds like Boogie.
He looks more intimidating than he is.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Now, Boogie, if Boogie were to see them, Boogie's the type of dog where he spots a dog and he charges at them and barking at the same time. And then when he gets to the dog, he actually stops and just sniffs around. So you think that he's coming, barking down the street, down the sidewalk, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, look at this dog! What is he gonna do?" And they're pulling their dogs away, trying to turn around, run the other way, and all he does is just go to the dogs and sniff them, and the other dogs end up being the aggressive dog. It's crazy.
Braxton is nothing like that. He got beat up by a 3-legged German Shepherd at the dog park.
Oh,
it was so embarrassing.
Oh my God!
Like you're never coming back again, ever.
Wow. Yeah. Mike Ledwitz. Hey, Mike Ledwitz is here in the building.
Hi.
Mike Ledwitz. Hi, how are you?
My sister.
Mike is joining us from Atlanta area,
right.
Georgia area, Atlanta by way of Jersey. All the New Jerseyites, New Jerseyans, we're all on now.
That's true.
Jersey.
Hi, Dana. Yes. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm Michael. Nice to meet you. I like your glasses, by the way.
You do?
Yes.
Thank you. Like that.
Well,
they come on and off on the situation.
Dana.
Right, foggy.
Like, I try to fight it, but sometimes. But it started with this darn pandemic that I started wearing these readers because you're always on the computer, on the laptop. I'm in there doing that remote teaching, and it's like I'm constantly staring at the laptop, And I think, it actually just caused me to start putting them on and just getting everything enlarged while I'm, on the laptop. I've never been like this before. And I was forced to get readers.
Oh, I'm working with the bifocal situation. That's why I have to adjust.
Look, all three of us. Oh my God.
I know, it's always halfway down, mostly like
welcome
this.
To the club.
Yeah.
Welcome
So how you doing?
to
So what do you got here? You got hi Zamella, how are you? I know it's me.
Zamella.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So what are you doing? You're making candles and everything? Tell me more.
I am. I mean,
yeah, that's cool.
I'm making candles. I don't know, Nita, do you want me to just jump in?
Talk about it. Let's jump in. Let's talk about it. Give us the backstory. The backstory. Go ahead.
Okay. So we all know we got hit with the pandemic and we got locked in, nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to eat, nothing to watch but the news. So I was actually going through a personal situation where I lost my dad, I would say maybe about 6 months before the pandemic. And in addition to that, my mom has had.
When did your dad pass away?
In September of 2019.
My dad was August of 19, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm brutal. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah, it's tough. Mm-hmm. But during that time, my mom also, she had been diagnosed with dementia for about 11 years. So long story, I'm the only child. So you know how it is. You're always waiting for that phone. Like you've got, every time the phone rings, you're like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. So in addition to that level of stress, then the pandemic had hit. I lost my job. And then, I just started thinking about different things I could do. And I'm not very creative. Well, I didn't think I was creative. I'm creative now. But I've always been defined as like very black and white. Like I don't do well with ambiguity. So I tried painting classes and it was fun. But it didn't just quite do it. And I said, you know what? Everyone in my house burns candles. And it's just myself, my husband, and we have a teenage son. And I said, instead of spending $25 a day on candles because everyone loves it, why don't I just learn how to make candles? Yeah. So I just took a class for $5 and I've been hooked ever since. I still, the place that I get my essential oils from is called Blended Essentials. Love them. Any type of scent that I come up with, like I'll say, I want coffee with a latte. They will sit there and they will mix it. Wow. So what it has done for me from a personal standpoint is I've suffered from high blood pressure since my mid-20s. Yeah. And I would, I told Renita and Tommy earlier today, like I would go to the doctor's office and my numbers would read, I don't know, 210 over 180, like stroke level. Wow. Everyone else is upset, but I'm used to operating on that level of like just heightened intensity. And then the last few times I went back, my blood pressure is like 120 over 75 first reading. And my doctor asked me what was I doing differently. And the only thing I'm doing differently is candles. Wow. And what I realized is that is my time, right? Yeah. Because I could easily spend 8 or 9 hours melting the wax, coloring it, making scents, setting it, and then before you know it, and I can start that at 4 a.m. Yep. And I'm done with my day at 8 or 9 o'clock. A friend of mine asked me, why don't I start selling them? And here we are. I just launched my website April 16th. Congratulations. It's called dscandlecollection.com. And I've been very pleased with the response. That's great. What do you sell them for? How much do you sell them for? And what are they in a jar or what is it? I have, I'm going to turn the camera because I have a little display for you. I don't know if you're able to see it.
Bring it down just a little. Bring it down a little bit, Dana.
Clock right now.
Okay. Down a little. Bring it down a little more. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
So for Father's Day, I am featuring a mug with cafe latte. Can you see it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And then here. Mm-hmm. So it smells like coffee. And then also, this is a Father's Day scent called Driftwood. It's a masculine woody scent. And then my staples happen to include I have mango.
Hold that one up a little bit more, Dana. Hold it back up a little bit. Okay, perfect. Yes, okay. I like that jar. That's nice.
Thank you. And then there's eucalyptic, which is awesome for allergies or any type of pet smells. Okay. Also, I do votive. So any scent that you like that I offer, you just tell me you want it in a black votive, and I can put it in this.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
And then my latest one is a citronella candle, and we all know the citronella doesn't smell that great.
That's what I need. I'm gonna order that one. I need that because you know how Florida is. Yeah. I got bit by so many mosquitoes. I had to get the cortisone and everything. I break out with the slightest mosquito bites, and they're just like it's like a hive almost. So that's because I need that on the patio. So I'm gonna be ordering a few of those.
And I'm the same way with poison ivy. And then I have other jar, this is a random jar. I can put whatever scent you want in it. So the prices range from $8.
Bring it down a little. Bring it down some more, Dana, so we can see. Okay.
Better?
Yeah, perfect.
So these are $8. Okay. The gift baskets are $25. And then if you want a gift set, okay, you get to choose 3 of the $8 candles in there, and I decorated as well. And I include a personalized note in it as well.
That's nice.
Nice.
The funny thing is we burn candles all the time, and we get them from the veterinarian. So, it's for the pet odor, but I just use it all over because the smell's great. We do lavender, we do pumpkin.
I love pumpkin.
Pumpkin's really good. Lavender's great, very soothing. And it's very good. And it's also, good in the restroom, in the restroom too.
Oh yeah. It's always nice to burn one in there. Yeah, burn it.
It's not always the best, but and hi Zamella, by the way, how are you? But we buy them all the time. I don't know how much they are. They're about $10 or $12 maybe. I think they're about $10 to $12, and I probably buy them every 2 weeks. And we got multiple bags, so we just buy 3 or 4 of them. Then we maybe not 3 or 4, maybe 2. We'll buy 2 at a clip, so $20 a clip, and probably doing $40 a month in that thing just alone.
Yeah. Because I would get mine from Bath and Body Works. That's, you know what I mean? That's the kind of go to. Yeah. And it's just like the prices are a little, they can be a little hefty there. But I'm looking forward to the eucalyptics. I'm looking forward to Peachy Peach. You need to get the peach type since you guys are in Atlanta. Because you guys are Georgia peaches now, you and Lisa.
Yeah, so. I know, but I like lavender and pumpkin. Those are the 2 that I get.
Well, the lavender, that is a nice calming and relief. And like we were saying before, everyone kind of like honed into their passions, into who they are during the pandemic, because we had no choice. We were literally moving through things. I was in the kitchen and I started feeling my passion and something that I really have always enjoyed doing. And I literally just kind of evolved and started coming up and creating all these different recipes. And that was my therapy, and that's how this whole cooking thing came, because it was always there. But because there was nowhere to go. You know what I mean? We were just getting food, stocking up. And I just found myself in the kitchen just coming up with creations. And it just soothed me. And it kind of kept my mind busy, because there was nothing else to do. And a lot of times you kind of got a little tired of watching, everything dealing with the pandemic on the news day, noon and night. So that's where a lot of people's passions, and with Tommy, with them coming up with the podcast and coming up with all these things, that was like his thing, because, he had gone through something personal and that was his outlet. So I think everybody, and Mike, you with your paintings, with your car, you've always done that. You've always done it, but you've taken it to a higher level now with the pilot for your television show.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So like I said, all of these things that we've always had, and even the viewers, I know Zamilla, I know everybody. Hey, Kirk, I know I know everyone really has taken their passion, something that they love, whether it be exercising, yoga, drawing, ice skating, roller skating, whatever, and create it into their own little utopia and kind of like expose it to the world. You know what I mean? Because that's how we were able to communicate to see people. Everything was Zoom, right? Everything was Zoom. We're zooming, zooming for Christmas, zooming for Thanksgiving. That's what we did with my family. And everybody brought a dish, and I was doing my recipes with the family on what I was cooking. That was my thing.
That's creative.
So Dana, that's exactly what I'm saying with you. You've hit on something because you took your passion, and now it's just like exploding.
It is. I'm overwhelmed with, but as you know, I've been in marketing for years, and I'm used to positioning other products. But I was very uncomfortable asking someone to buy something from me.
Right.
That was the biggest challenge for me.
Well, you have to have that confidence. It's you're a small ticket item and an impulse buy in a sense, which is very, very good. So people aren't going to think too much. If you're an $8 to $15 price point, $8 to $20 price, it's no big thing. You don't even think about it. Listen, let me tell you something. I do impulse buys, but it's a hell of a lot more, and I'm a big car guy. And I was looking at a 911 2 days ago for $40,000, and I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
go ahead
it's
on.
like a 911 turbo, but it's not turbo. It's a turbo look, and I'm trying to make money on the thing, and I don't think I'm going to do it. So today I wound up just investing in a bunch of stock. And speaking of stock, you should check out Zoom. Zoom's around $390 a share.
A share, really?
Yeah, but it was up to $560. But get a load of this. So my neighbors here are the most humble, nicest people. I love these people. And he started working at Zoom 3 years ago.
Really?
And they give you stock every year.
Oh, forget about it.
Massive amounts of stock. Like massive amounts of stock. Like life-altering massive amounts of stock.
Wow.
So he started when it wasn't even public.
Exactly.
He got shares for $1.88, I think. And now
I'm done.
God knows. But it's just, but that I bought a lot of stock today, actually. If anybody's looking, there's, what the heck is it? Wait. Oh man. My buddy told me about it, and I just bought a whole bunch. And let me just see what it is. One is TD.
Can you switch out the view? Switch out the view, please.
Tommy David, right? And that one was up at 593.
You switched the view.
It split, and it went down to 62. I bought, I think, 30 shares of that. And then I got
switch the view, like cool Mike.
Hi, Toya.
I forgot a couple other ones, but one I just bought.
Okay.
That do a 10-to-1 split, and I got 5 shares of that. That was a lot. They were about $890 a share. But it's just, and I'm not a big stock person. I'm not. My dad was a big stock guy, and my great uncle was a massive stock guy, and so I never followed it. And now it's just things I've just bought. Whether or not it goes up or not, I have no idea. I bought Lucid, which is CCIV. That went down a little bit. I have to, you know what? I could tell you guys right now if anybody.
You know what I did? Now, speaking of, you have a question, Dana. Dana, pull your camera, push your laptop away from you.
Like, you want to be about a foot away.
Push it back. Like if you can push it back, because you don't want your whole face.
You ever do like when you do the FaceTime with your parents and their nostrils?
Everybody's
like, what, honey?
And I have a very round face, so I try to pull back. So I'm like, I'm all forehead.
Yeah. And then they got their finger up there. What?
Exactly. So push it back.
You gotta just
push it back some, and then pull your pull your head down and pull it down.
Go like that.
Pull it down like that. Yeah. Okay. We gotta get the whole photo thing to look together there with the
there you go.
visual.
Like in Asbury Park doing the remember we used to go to the little camera booths and make all the cases?
Oh yeah, yep. Yep, I remember.
Yes, Dana. Well, remember, I have a picture with us, and if I find, I have it. When we were 4 and 5, we were at Asbury Park. Our parents took us down there. You had the red and white with the red, white, and blue with the blue star.
Oh my
terry cloth bathing suit. I think and you had with the bathing cap, I had our parents used to take us to Asbury Park all the time when we were like 3 and 4.
Did you used to go?
Like I said, we grew up together.
Go to the all the carnival rides and drive on.
Of course.
I have pictures somewhere. I don't think I have them anymore, but me about 4 years old in Asbury Park. Yeah, my grandparents used to. We from 70 to 73, we owned the Essex and Sussex Hotel, which was a big hotel. That was where in 1980 the movie Ragtime was filmed, which no one ever watched.
Oh wow, Ragtime!
But we owned it for 3 years, and then since we were Jewish, they didn't allow us to get another liquor license. You know, love that discrimination. So I care. I mean, I was 5 and I was partying it up. I was having all my Sundays. I still remember it. You walked up the stairs, and then my grandfather would walk in. My grandfather was a big, powerful guy, and he was a lawyer, but he used to represent the mob. It was kind of crazy. Anyway, but yeah, he handled like everybody for bankruptcy, and it was good guys for bankruptcy, and then you had the bad guys with bankruptcy. He was straight laced, but it was just yeah, he made money. But wait, I got my candles yesterday and smell amazing. Oh. And the Charlie coming is also so amazing.
Oh wow!
Walcott, very nice.
Thanks for joining the house.
BK, Brooklyn.
Very cool.
Please like and subscribe.
Dana, what website did you use to set? Because I have to. The funny thing is that I don't advertise anywhere, and so I was doing it with my artwork on Instagram, not Instagram, on P-Car Market. And it was auctions, and I'd pay $49 and I'd sell them for a couple of grand. And now it's kind of stopped because I've been doing the filming, and I just sold one for $4,000.
Wow. Wow, very good.
And now I'm working on another one, 1950. I don't know if it's a 52 or 54, something like that. It's a Porsche. Well, everything's always Porsche. It's a Porsche 356. Matter of fact, I won't show you everything because, and you know, Lisa, she'll be like, "What are you doing?" But I'm just gonna show you the painting itself, and you can see it. All right. And then
you can actually just create your own website. I did, and I updated. I don't know, sometimes daily.
Yours is very easy. Yours is very easy to use. It was very user friendly. Very user friendly. So I ordered some things. For some family members, and they should be getting them tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
You guys see the painting?
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's the 911?
No, that's a 356. That's in
what year?
A 1952 or 54.
So it's vintage.
And this right here, it says Continental. And then Lincoln sued them in 1954 because they couldn't use the name Continental because it was with the Lincoln.
Right.
So. Cool, right?
Wow. Well, speaking of,
I just upgraded my.
Speaking of stocks, Mike, you know what? I'm on this app called Public, and it's called Public. And basically, what they do, they give you different advice on different types of stocks and what's hot. And you know, they give you can do some purchasing. And also another one was called Monkey. What is that one called? What's the one?
Motley Fool.
No, it's a free stock where you can actually just trade and go on stocks, and I signed up on that one. But if you go on, now this is something that I don't even know if you guys do this or not. Cash App, they have an area where you can purchase stocks. Oh. If you have Cash App, they have an area where you can go on, and they have a free stock page where you can actually check your stocks, see how they're doing, purchase stocks, sell them, do whatever. And I purchased a few. I actually purchased Roblox. And I purchased Boardwalk for $89 when they went public for a share. So I actually bought like 2 or 3 shares because my students, we were teaching them about stocks and the importance of stocks and trading.
Roadblocks, the video game.
The video game. They just went public maybe about I'm going to say in May.
And what are they trading at now?
They were at $89 and some odd cents. I don't know what they're at right now, but that's what I purchased it at for one.
I'll buy
and their stocks are doing pretty well. They're doing very good. And there's another, oh God, what's the name of the it'll come to me. But let me get back to that.
We should do a whole segment on what we've got and just to try and
there are a couple that I did
America
purchase.
And world. we're not experts. We're not
Robin Hood.
experts. We're
Somebody just put it
people.
up there. Robin Hood.
Robin
It's
Hood.
Robin Hood. That's
And
Robin
well,
Hood.
you know,
Whoever that was.
I set mine up on TD Waterhouse,
Okay.
Ameritrade. And let me tell you something. It's good because what happened is that I put $4,000 in and I got a margin account for $4,000. Not that I
Okay.
want to do margin. Now, when you do margin, you better know what you're doing. You better have
Yeah.
because
I'm a
otherwise
novice.
you're gonna go to hell. So
Mhm.
you're gonna be in big trouble. So because after 2 or 3 days they start charging interest on it. So
Mhm.
it's not a lot. It's like 9%, depending on what it is. But if they call you, then they'll sell off your assets. You know, so you don't play around like that. Just do it. You know what you cash is cash.
Robin Hood is good. Robin
Yeah.
Hood is excellent. Someone just posted it. I don't know who it was, but I went through Robin Hood. Then when you sign in, they give you a free you can select any stock for free, without
Yeah.
a charge as a gift.
Yeah.
So you select one and then you start purchasing others outside of that. I purchased a Nike share.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was like back in January. All this was during the pandemic. Like I started just going through different stocks. I was like, well, what else is there to do? And that was kind of like my thing. And I'm not good at it at all. I just thought about things I'm a consumer of, right? Because that's what they said. Whatever you're a consumer of, be a stakeholder, right? Be a shareholder.
Right.
So that's kind of but I've been like being very, very, I should say like very cautious about it, Yeah, because I don't know, because I'm not that great at it. I know about it, but I'm not an expert.
Let me tell you something. My buddy Finn called me up today. This guy started with, I don't know, 30 or some $1,000 last year. And now he's got about 80 grand, I guess. I have no idea.
Oh, wow.
But he did it all himself. That's the point.
Wow.
And the guy is brilliant. And he's like, he's a newfound brother, he's an awesome guy. He's from Finland. And he's one of my dear friends. He's one of my closest friends out here. And really, really good guy. Worked with him. He actually got me my job at Ford when I was, 6 years ago, whatever. Yeah, he knows his stuff, and he does a lot of tech. So it's a Cold Star was today.
Okay.
That's giving you a 10 split. So basically, as of tomorrow, today was the last day. If you bought one share, as of tomorrow, as of June 25th, you'll have 10 shares. So it's a 10 multiple.
You're kidding me. Wait, what site is that?
What is
It's
that?
already done. You can't get it now. You can't.
Oh gosh, that would have been perfect.
But listen, Renita, it's okay. You know why? Because so basically you're buying it. I bought 30 shares at basically $89, $90.
Okay.
And then when it splits, when it finally does that, maybe it'll go to 100, but it's going to go up. It had a high value of $890. So even if it goes a quarter of it, goes up to $200 or $300 a share. Say it just stays there, and you're buying at 100, right?
Okay.
$100 a share, and you buy 10 shares, $1,000, $10,000, whatever you want to do.
Right.
You're going to double that money. It's going to go up. So you don't have to buy a lot, but you can do it. And I'm not an expert. I am not an expert.
Yeah.
But it's just, so that's that. Then I did this TTD. That was at 592. And I didn't know this is my buddy Finn.
Yeah.
Just shout out to you, my brother. I love you. Anyway, so listen. So he saw it, and then it was at $59 today, and it closed at like almost 63. I bought it at 62 and change. Then I bought 30 shares of that. Then I got I bought Lucid Technologies. So Lucid is next Tesla. Well, they're going through Churchill.
Tesla, right? Yeah, Tesla. I looked at Tesla because Tesla is I got a lot of high. They give you like the different types of value of it, and that's always been like get Tesla. But their stock for one share is about $300, $400 some odd dollars.
Oh my God!
It was high at one point, but their stock stays up.
Wait, at least it's saying TMI. Lately, it's not TMI. See, households,
I invested in Pfizer when I got the Pfizer shot. I got one share. Then I said, well, I'm on Apple a lot. The iPhone, I invested in Apple. I got Apple stock. I got a few of those shares. I just kind of looked around, but I did this through the Cash App. I mean, there's a stock area on Cash App. Also with Bitcoin, they have an area now that's hot too, but I don't know that much about it.
Bitcoin has come down, I think, about 30%. Then you got Dogecoin. Those are very volatile. So you got to just,
the cyber, like the whole cyber money,
Lady Dana was talking about her candle company, DS Candles. Okay. My wife is keeping me on track.
That's about a dating game. Wait a minute,
Phil. Wait, is Phil
I could be the
single?
Jim Lang.
Wait a second.
Wait a
Is
minute.
first of all,
And
Dana,
here
is Phil single?
they are.
Is Phil single?
He's married
Yes.
with 12 kids. I don't know.
He is. Wait a
Well,
minute
so
now.
Jamila's
I'm
asking-
letting him know he's getting
Okay.
a shout out. He can't talk on here, but
The Miller's asking if he's gonna. He can go in the chat room. He can chat.
Now listen, everybody. If you're going on the dating game, be an upstanding citizen. Don't be some psychopath that's going to murder 45.
We're researching everyone. We're gonna research everyone.
Okay.
Any of
Everyone
those
needs to
people that
be
are
vetted.
creeping out there.
Yeah, God
Phil,
forbid.
want any
Phil, he said, Phil said, what is the dating game? What's that?
Oh, Mike, you want to chime in?
Do I want to
Where's
chime
Danny
in?
at?
Oh, what is
Come
the
on,
dating game?
Tommy's here.
I
Tommy
will
can
tell
talk
you
about it.
the dating game. The dating game started in the late 1960s. The gentleman.
We're talking. Well, yeah, we know about the original dating game.
Oh,
the one that's
It's
happening on.
you know, with
one.
this beard, I feel like a professor. You know.
You know, they had the celebrity dating game on. It just debuted like a couple of days ago. Did you guys see it?
No, I never watched it.
They had the girl from The Bachelorette. She was like the hidden person who the guys were trying to get the date with. It was pretty
I
cool.
used to watch-
And then
I
they
used to
had
watch
Michael
dating games
Bolton
all the
on. He was
time.
playing the piano.
They had so many people that before they were famous on the dating game, it was like insane. I mean, you know, but Jim Lange was the best, man. And here they are. You're going to be chaperoned to the
I think the
local
guy, the Incredible
supermarket
Hulk, was
where
on
you're
it.
gonna
Lou Ferrigno.
buy Beefcake Charlie's.
Mike needs to know how to be quiet. Lou Ferrigno, I think, was on there before he became the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, Arnold was on there too. Very nice. I'm making big muscles.
We need to know about the dating game.
Dana, can you light a candle? Can you light a candle?
I can.
Can you light a candle, Dana? And guess what's so funny? I was watching. There was a special on Showtime. The speaking of lighting a candle. Remember that song, Teddy Pendergrass? Turn out the lights and light a candle. I was watching. You have to watch it. It's a whole story on Teddy Pendergrass. I mean, like with the Harold and the Blue Notes, and you know how he evolved into going on his own, and then of course when he was in Philly, and you know he had the reckless tragic car accident. It was such a good story.
So sad.
You have to watch it. I think it's Showtime, but if you go onto I have the Fire Stick, and it'll pop up Teddy Pendergrass story.
Yeah, but you know,
light a candle. 1 sec.
Please light a candle.
You remember Teddy with Eddie Murphy when he was doing Teddy Pendergrass imitation? He was like, "You got what I want." You know, you do all that whole thing.
My mother used to love Teddy Pendergrass. Matter of fact, she had every album, and they had the teddy bear. So you would get a teddy bear when you bought his album. This was at the record stores years and years and years ago. And I remember her coming back with a teddy bear. And oh my God, but he was legendary. I mean, it was I stay glued to the story.
Rolls Royce Corniche convertible that was in the accident. I remember, you know me with my car.
It was a Rolls Royce. Yeah, it was a Rolls Royce. Exactly. It was a green Rolls Royce. It was green. That's all I remember.
Yep.
But they said he was the only one that had that in Philadelphia.
It was like 1980 when it happened, or 81.
82. Let me say 82.
Yep.
In 82. It happened in March, January 82. Something or other like that. Right before his birthday. He was 31 when it happened. 31.
A little Caribbean breeze, you know.
Oh yes, yeah, man. Where's Danny? We need to get Danny on. We need him with some music. We need some music coming. But yes, you guys have to watch a Teddy Pendergrass story.
And what's it on?
I think when I have the Fire Stick, so it pops up, and when you press it, it'll tell you what origin it's from, whether it be Netflix, Prime Video, Showtime. I think it's Showtime.
Okay.
But only because I have that Fire Stick. That's kind of how I can pick it up.
By the way, have you guys ever watched Grace and Frankie with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin?
No.
It's on. It is absolutely hilarious. I mean,
really? It's a comedy? Well, it's a comedy.
Oh my God. I laughed.
Comedy.
I've been watching.
Lily Tomlin.
My mother-in-law turned me on to. I swear to God. Well, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin were. Hey Dan, we're
hey Danny.
Couple friends, right?
Hi Dan.
And their husbands were lawyer, and they were partners in a law firm. Turns out that they were partners in real life too. They were in love with each other, and so they leave the wives. They start their life together. They get married. The whole.
Oh my gosh!
No, but it's hilarious. And
You're kidding.
It's a great story.
It sounds like a tragedy.
Martin Sheen and Sam Waterston from LA Law play the lawyers.
Okay.
And but Lily Tomlin, oh my God! When I tell you, I pee my pants. She is. And
Phil,
Jane
are
Fonda
you a
from
Teddy
Working
fan?
9 to 5. I mean, come on. I mean, the
9 to 5, yeah. 9 to 5 was
Ernie
great.
Hudson's in it from Ghostbusters. Ernie Hudson, that guy's 75 years old. He's
Ernie
still
Hudson,
ripped.
yeah. He played in a lot of good
in his
movies too.
Mid 60s. Oh man, he looks
So
fantastic.
wait a second. We have a question. Zamilla has a question for Phil. Dana, you may need to ask Phil this. She said, "Phil, are you a Teddy fan?" Zamilla wants to know.
Listen, Phil, I think we need to get Phil on the show.
Where's Phil? Phil, come on, Phil. We need Phil in the room. Come into the
Are
room,
you a Teddy fan?
Whoa. Listen, bring all your friends, Phil.
Lord.
We need the guy factor up in here. Because Meeting in the ladies' room was getting ready to launch.
Oh,
He's in. Teddy Pendergrass, yes.
Yes, Teddy Pendergrass. Wait,
Teddy
why does he have a
Pendergrass.
question mark next to Teddy Pendergrass? Yeah,
Because it could be Teddy
yes,
Riley.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Sure.
Yes, are you a fan, Phil, of Teddy Pendergrass? He looks very astute and studious in that photo.
Phil? My Phil?
Yeah, your Phil. Not laughing.
Walcott.
That's his profile pic.
Now, from what I heard about Teddy Pendergrass, is that he rarely performed. Is that true, or is that not true?
No, he was like he was like he pulled it down, he ripped it off, he performed, he did everything under the sun.
He did?
Yeah.
Dana's mom, my mom, Teddy Pendergrass. He was like the Tom, what was the guy's name?
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. He was like
a black
Tom
person,
Jones.
Tom Jones. That is true.
Right?
That is true. Oh my God.
What about Al Green?
Al Green?
Al Green was a little bit more
Green.
subdued. He wasn't as sensual as Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass, he let it all out. He was very like a Marvin Gaye type of thing, but his voice was so heavy and so profound, and Harold and the Blue Notes, that's how it all started. Turn out the lights.
The candle is lit.
And light a candle. Yes, Dana. Yes.
Al Green, though. He's like,
I need somebody to profit.
Al Green.
I'm gonna get my son to come hold this candle.
Okay, have him hold the candle. Come on, Sean Jr.
Because he is my delivery guy. Can you ask Sean to come down?
Come on, Sean Jr.
He's in the shower now. When he gets out.
Okay.
It's a family business. He delivers the packages.
There you go. Keep it in the family. There's your legacy right there. Keep it in the family. That's what it's all about.
See, what I learned about Teddy Pendergrass is, I guess it was later on in life, because you said that he did perform. Therefore, it had to be late in his later years. He was confined to a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know how that happened.
We were just talking about
a terrible car accident, and he hit a tree or something like that.
Well, they said someone had clipped his brakes.
Really?
You have to watch the story. And they were saying that his brakes were always getting cut. He had a Corvette, it was cut, Mercedes. So they said it was like an inside job of someone who really wanted to have him offed. So he ended up, yes. So his brakes were cut. He couldn't stop the brakes. And he was on
remember that, Renita.
He was on a turn in Philadelphia, like a really twirly highway. And he was speeding. They said he was speeding. And he was actually in the car with a transvestite. They found out it was actually a man who actually was going through a change, sex change.
Gay.
Gorgeous looking woman. You would never have thought this was a man.
So wait a minute, Teddy was gay?
No, he didn't know. And so they're saying that maybe he went and tried to fill up the woman, felt something down there, and lost control of the car, hit the brakes. The brakes didn't stop because the brakes were cut, and he hit the tree and flew off the road.
That's terrible.
So he ended up breaking his neck. He broke his neck.
Yeah,
that's what happened. And the passenger, the transvestite, she was fine. She's actually on this documentary talking. She's saying that she actually had the whole sex change before the accident, but I think that's not true, because that was a big thing that he had found out while he was driving, that she was a man, and he felt her was filling her up and felt something and was like fighting in the car. I mean, it was a huge backdrop story with this. Wow. But anyway, he lived to be 60 years old. This happened when he was 31.
Yeah.
And, he ended up performing at a show in Philly called a Live Aid show with Ashford and Simpson. He came out and he just started, he was in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
He came out and started singing he got his voice back. to a certain extent. But that show was, I mean, I was glued to it. It's so good. You have to find it and watch it.
Nita, we have a question from Lisa. She wants to know what the minimum order is for the candles.
That is my wife right there.
Ah, hey, Lisa. I
have
some candles that are on sale for $8. So the price ranges from $8 to $25. And also I offer gift cards as well. And the minimum is $10 and the maximum is $50.
All right, so we'll buy some stuff from you. Don't worry.
Thank you. Hi, Lisa. Hey. Like that candle? It's lit. I just can't keep it up.
I am from Barbados.
And lavender.
Phil said he's from Barbados too. We gotta.
Is he really?
I want pumpkin and I want
lavender.
That's
we have a connection here.
And then we're gonna have to get a candle called Stone Child.
Phil, this isn't your show.
Right, Dan?
It's mine. You take it over.
Sure, why not?
I lived there until I was 5. I'm 25 now. Okay, Zamilla. So you spent your toddler years in Barbados. All right, Barbados. I've never been in Barbados before. I would love to go there, but I've never traveled there before.
I haven't really. I was in St. Lucia once.
Mm-hmm.
Where else did we go? Oh, Mexico for our honeymoon stuff. Riviera.
Yeah. Bill says nice. Barbados is amazing. Okay, well, we might have to that might have to be our next Tommy Cats destination trip soon.
We're gonna have to have a cruise.
We're planning
Team Williams
something.
Cruise.
We're planning something for Florida. We're gonna have a Tommy Cats 3-day blowout event next. I have a travel agent working on it now. Good friend of ours. Hey, Eric Hawkins.
Hi, Eric. Yeah.
So actually, he was just down here in Miami for a convention, but he's putting together some packages that we're going to have a 3-day event in either March or April before hurricane season, and it's just going to be a blowout event. And we're looking at a couple of resort hotels in Hollywood. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be based out of Hollywood, Florida. So once we get the dates, we're going to let everyone know. And you'll be just responsible for your airfare, but the room itself, everything is going to be blocked off, discounted price. And we have 3 days. We're going to have some conferences. We're going to do taco, like beach parties, a lot of stuff we're putting together. And I just wanted to put that out there. And then after that, we can do our destination trip to. It seems like Barbados might be the one.
Yeah, Barbados. Come on, Phil, pull it together.
Yeah, that might be a good destination. Someone mentioned a cruise. Well, you know something? I briefly worked for the cruise line when I first moved here to South Florida. And the cruises are great. But now, guess what? Because, you have to show that you're vaccinated in order to even book a cruise. But on Royal Caribbean, the Odyssey of the Seas, 2 people actually caught COVID on the ship. And they had to be quarantined. And then, not just a few days ago, also with the same cruise line, I shouldn't say the name, but the same cruise line, 10 people actually caught COVID on this cruise. So,
there's a new strand going out from India or something like that that Lisa's been telling me. I don't pay much mind to it, but it's she's up with the news on everything.
The
question
thing
for you ladies.
Yeah.
How did the passengers catch the COVID if they were required to be vaccinated? Or am I just getting the whole story wrong?
No, they caught it on the cruise some type of way, because of course you have to share a vaccination card before you have to register with the card. So maybe before they got on the cruise, you have 72 hours.
Well, you can still get COVID. I mean, there is a slim chance of still getting it.
Oh no, and that's what happened. But they're trying to prevent it, especially with the cruise line, because you have masses of people on one ship and you can't go anywhere. So unless and then when you do get it, everyone has to quarantine in their room.
I'd rather be at the racetrack driving
in their room. So your whole trip is pretty much ruined. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening. And remember, when COVID first started, it really started with the cruise line. Remember, in California, they had to quarantine the whole ship for like a month. This is when COVID first hit. So the cruise thing is a little bit still weary to me. But they have been trying to push it, and only because I'm down here. We have Port of Miami and Port Everglades. They've been pushing it because they've been suffering financially, the state of Florida, because that's the economic, hold right there is the cruise ships, the whole cruise line industry. So it's really like very touchy right now with the cruise line. because
This
people
is
are
true.
still getting
and I
COVID.
haven't taken a bath in 3 months because of it. I'm telling you, I don't go anywhere near the water. It kind of scares the shit out of me.
So
I'm on
it's,
vacation.
Any
the
form of water.
cruise ship is very, very tricky right now, the cruises, because people are going on the cruise lines, getting on the, on the different
Well, that's
destinations.
the thing,
and they're catching COVID, or they're catching COVID somewhere on the ship. They contracted it from someone.
Well, the thing is that, you still got to take some caution. I mean, just
wear a mask. They're not requiring masks when you're on the ship.
I mean, I got I didn't want to get the vaccination. So I'm telling you right up. I didn't want to
You still haven't gotten it?
No, I did.
You
I
did?
got them both. I just finished up the last one.
Dana, did you get vaccinated?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, everyone in your household got vaccinated.
Even little Sean.
Yeah. Now he's 14, right?
Well,
he's 15. So as soon as they drop the age, I'm like, oh, okay, you're in. Because he turned 16 in August, so that was going to be his birthday present. But he's done. He's got both shots.
Good. I totally agree with it.
How old was your son?
He's 15. Yeah, he'll be 16 in August.
Yeah.
So he's right on the cusp.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't want it. I mean, I went to chiropractic school. I never get a flu shot. I don't get any of that crap.
I don't get the flu shot. I'm not a flu shot person.
That's it. And even with COVID, I didn't get any. I didn't want it. Freaked me out. I was like, there's no way. And then finally, after a year, my buddy who's a chiropractor, who's more like no than me, he got sick very, very bad. Now he was also in practice, and I mean very bad. And that was the okay, gloves down.
Yeah. Did he have to go on a ventilator at all?
No, thank God. No.
Okay.
No, thank God. But he was out for almost a month from work.
Wow.
And John is. Wait a minute, John. He was in the wedding, our wedding.
Oh yeah,
John.
Okay, John.
A chiropractor, big guy, yeah. So
yes.
He's never sick. I mean, nothing. And he was like, forget it. There's no way. It's fine. And to be honest, I'm always adjusted. I'm always keeping clean. And I never got it, thank goodness. And I don't plan on it.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
People, I'm home a lot, so and I'm able to.
And you have two young sons.
Yes, tornado 1 and tornado 2.
That's good that everyone was safe. Yeah, that's good that everyone stayed safe. Well, Florida was just, it was just hot. It was a hot state down. It was very hot when it first started. Yeah. It came like a monsoon. I mean, it was really bad. And a lot of people, certain nationalities, they thought it was a hoax. They walked around here literally saying that it was a hoax by the government. They're not wearing a mask because a mask is literally going to have you breathing in the disease and breathing in.
Well, if you're gonna wear a mask, you want to wear a reusable mask, a cloth mask.
Don't wear thing.
The disposal. Why? Because those fibers are coming off, and you're inhaling them. You don't know it, and that's not good for you. Regardless of whatever you're doing, it's just not good for you. So the disposable ones, I mean, you could use them, but if you're really going to dispose of them in a short
same day, right?
If you're reusing them, they're like, what are you doing? You don't want to breathe that crap in.
Yeah, you throw them out. Yeah, the cloth ones you just throw out. That's what I do. I mean, I have a box of them.
Yeah, the cloth I always use.
Everywhere.
I know I have like 5 on one side of the steering wheel, 5 on the other, 3 on the door. It's like you start switching them out.
You're like, do you need a mask? Do you need a mask? Here.
I still wear mine. I mean, I know that they lifted everything. And then, and you formerly being in healthcare and knowing the healthcare industry, what are your feelings about the mask? Like, how do you feel about that?
Listen, Renita,
the law, Dana.
I mean, my feeling is just wear the mask. I mean, I think the congressman, I can't remember which one early on, was like, just wear a mask. For me, personally, I've spent so much. I mean, I started getting fashionable with my mask. I'm like, Rutgers, are you? I got all kind of scarlet nights, so I'm gonna get my money's worth out of all of the masks.
Right.
So since I've invested in them, because I thought it was going to be quite some time, I think that you should wear it. Now, even my husband, he works for Biogen. He wasn't allowed in offices.
Okay.
They wouldn't allow you in without a mask or to be vaccinated. So it was almost a given around here.
Right.
And then my son is very active in sports, and you had to be tested and vaccinated if old enough to play. So we had to get it.
Yeah.
And we did a pretty good job of quarantining as a family. I mean, it was just the three of us. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So it's just the norm for us.
Because now with the state of Maryland, like, how are you guys? Like, how was the schooling? Like, was he on remote learning for a while? How long did it take for them to go back into school, or did they ever go back into the schools? Okay. How did that work with Sean Jr.?
So we had a hybrid choice. We're here in Crofton, Maryland, and as of March 1st, we had the option of hybrid.
Okay.
And he's just entering a new high school, so he's going to be the first graduating class. So I still really didn't want him to go back. I just didn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to rob him of the opportunity, to interact. But when I tell you, at least twice a week, we were getting calls of new COVID cases with the kids. Then I just said, you're out. So he's been virtual, and trust me, he got used to it very quickly. No problem.
Well, our kids were like that too. And then they've been out now. When they're finally going back. It'll be a year and a half since they've been in school.
That's about right.
Yeah.
That's about right.
So listen, I have to get off now. Lisa needs help, and she's still on a crutch with she has a hairline fracture in her.
We hope you get better, Lisa.
Feel better.
Get better
next time. Love you, Lisa.
All right, love you guys.
Better,
Lisa. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Hi, everybody. Everybody stay safe and healthy. Keep on rocking, will you?
Danny.
And,
thank you.
We'll talk to you later. All right.
Okay.
Peace out, Mike.
Love you, Mike. Talk to you later. We're back. Danny, now let me ask you something. Can you do a little Teddy without getting striked? How does that work? Can you give us something? Since we're talking all the Teddy
I don't know any Teddy melodies. I once played Teddy Pendergrass at a wedding. All they wanted was Teddy, 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 Teddy. But I forget those songs. I played a wedding with Al Green and Teddy and something else. It was like,
can you play some out? You know any Al Green? Luther, Marvin Gaye. Can you hit us with something? Let's do it.
Forever. Each time we're near. No.
So Danny, Danny, the dating game. Now, did you watch the celebrity dating game a couple of days ago? I think it was on NBC.
Sure.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I watched it.
Now, same structure as it was back in the 60s and 70s, the exact same format. So I know you guys are developing that whole everything right now. How is it looking? We have Phil. I think Phil is going to be, he could be, I know you're going to have different episodes or different show dates.
Excuse me, Renita. This is our delivery guy. Just say hi. That's Renita.
Hey,
he is my delivery guy.
Okay. There he is in the building, in the room.
Building. Yes. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron, for helping out.
I'm going to get in trouble later. That's called embarrassing. Yeah, we don't like that.
He was curious what this was. He was like, what is this?
I know, right? So, yeah. So what do we have going, Danny? So put something on for this or something original. We're going to feel that we want to get into the
I'll be
mood.
happy to play some sax. I'll play a love song on the sax. But
let's get
something else. You mentioned something about the dating game, I think.
Yeah.
Well, right. So so we were watching the celebrity dating game. They had Hannah. What was the girl's name? She was a bachelorette girl. I don't really watch that show, so I don't know all the bachelors and bachelorettes, but she was the one. You watched it, right, Danny? Hannah,
yes.
Hannah Brown.
I watched the second half. I missed the first half.
It was just they only had the one episode. Like they didn't change different groups. It was one group. There was like a white guy, a Pakistani guy, and a Spanish dude. And then there was the other girl, the bachelorette, and it was pretty good. I mean, they asked the questions. I mean, it was just like I said. And then Michael Bolton had his piano in the back, and then he came in and he was singing like hints. He gave you hints on who she was. It was good. And they had another girl. I don't even know who she was, like an unknown or an unknown star, somebody coming out, and she got up there and she was hosting it. Came on through and it was cute. It was fun. I was fun watching. And, we were talking about a couple of people who were on the dating game back in like the 70s, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
Lou Ferrigno, like a lot of celebrities were single or just when they were starting out really in Hollywood, they went on the dating game. So I don't know if anyone knows anyone, just please put it in the Chats. Glenn Reed. Glenn, you keep spelling my name wrong. It's Rinita. Every time I see Renita, I'm like, oh gosh, Glenn. It's Rinita, Glenn.
The date game was definitely a copy of the 70s, but in a newer way. But it was, this music was the same. It seemed like the clip art that they had was very much like the 70s original. It was nice. But some of it was some of the questions that these guys were answering. They were answering them in such a way where I don't know who would want to date them. Because like one guy mentioned,
she picked the Spanish guy at the end. He was talking about doing something called a sprinkler at a wedding. How he was a little cocky with it.
Yeah, he was talking about some raw subject matter, and it's like
he was a little.
All of them, though. All of them did. All of them did, but I guess they still have to choose one, no matter what.
The one guy tried to do the moonwalk. Did you the tall white guy? I thought he was good. Really? I kind of liked him, actually.
Well, I did make a song. I've made a knockoff song of the dating game. I'm gonna add sax to it, but if you're interested, I'll play it for you. We're not going to get copy struck because I made this from scratch. If you're interested in hearing it, I'll be happy to play it.
Sure.
All right, so this will be our date game theme song minus the sax. I will have sax, I promise. So here you go.
Now, how often do you do the dating game, Anita?
It's the guys thing. I'm out of that. They haven't launched it yet. It has been launched. It's coming up in a couple weeks. I guess you're still waiting.
I might know someone that's interested.
Well, have them go to Tommy's email and say that they're interested, and then they'll put them in their category loop. And
okay, what is Tommy's email? If you could
it's Tommy. What's your email? Tommy's gonna put it in the chat. He has a few of them, so I don't know which one.
Okay, all right. I know someone that's interested.
Okay, guys and girls.
Blowing up my phone right now. Anonymous. See, so this is a group effort now.
He loves it. It's like I don't want to. A lot of stuff's been going on in this channel. A lot of times I'm like laying out, stretched out in the bed, because it's a little much. Danny knows what I'm talking about. Because it can get heated in the room.
People get their feelings hurt.
It's very heated up in here.
And they become less
that
tolerable.
Candle works perfecly. The candles.
They need candles. I have to change
my lighting.
But if everybody was like Tommy and Nita and our lovely guest here, we would all be friends, no matter what your opinion is. Everyone would there would just be more peace and love in the world.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm working with this ring, Danny. You have to get a ring. You have to get the ring.
Yeah.
These rings that they have with the lighting ring. You see what I'm doing?
I see.
Yeah.
You gotta go on Amazon. Go on Amazon and get the ring. I'll send it to you. So when we come on and do our thing, you have your ring ready.
Okay.
Because it's doing some serious stuff over here. Okay. Look at that. And I'm just playing around with it. I never even use this stuff. I'm just playing around with it now.
We having a disco out here.
I never get on here.
I got to get myself together around here.
Listen together. It's all coming out.
I got to get it together.
It's a new day. It's a new day, honey. You know what time it is. We're taking it back. Danny's a Jersey boy. We have jerseys all in the building here, huh?
Lord.
Jersey's taking over. The takeover. I'm just playing around here. Tommy put the email in there. And can you play some live music for us? We want to just take it down a little bit.
Yes. Now, I played something before, but I don't think anyone heard it. And, tell me if you could hear it. Because I'm putting the mic next to the speaker. But when you talk, it'll also pick you up as well.
Okay, so I'm going to be quiet.
So, during the music, you want to lay low. Just during the music part. Let me know if you could hear this, please.
My light's ready.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, loud. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Keep it up there, Tommy. I got bifocals on. I got to get it together.
We're taking the hands.
Don't take it down yet.
Okay, when you're ready, I'll throw some sax on
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, got it.
Ready?
Should I play now? Okay. Do I have more reverb on my voice now?
You're echoed.
Good. Yeah, I want to stay echoed.
Okay.
All right, cool. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put the music on and try to refrain from talking during the music because it will be so loud and create feedback. Here we go.
Hi, Buggy. Hi. Come on.
I want to dance.
It's a birthday. He's doing his birthday dance.
Look at Braxton. They have their dog up there. I want Braxton.
Get Braxton. Get Braxton.
Braxton thinks he's a lap dog, but he's 90 pounds.
Okay, I pretty much shut the music off because when there's talking, it becomes very, very loud because it's already turned up. So I could hear the music, so the audience could hear it. So I turned it off because the speaking got really, really loud. On your end, you don't hear it as loud, but on my end, it becomes really, really loud, even if you're just small, low chit-chat talking. So when I play it, I just ask that everyone just refrain from talking just during the song, and then it's all you ladies, okay? All right. Hey, thanks for listening. Everyone is muted. Am I still muted? I'm not muted. I was never muted. Here we go.
Awesome.
Thank you. I hope it even came out. I don't know if you heard the sax or not.
Now that was perfect. Now he ended his birthday on a good note. He's ready to go to sleep. Thank you, Danny. That was a nice bedtime song for Boogie.
Oh, thanks for that. That was a Selena song.
Oh, right.
Not Selena Gomez. I like her too, but Selena, the original one.
Bliss, New York. Is that where you live? That's where you are, Zamilla, in Bliss, New York? Okay. Yeah. So Dana, tell us I want to know about the different fragrances again that you have available. Wait. Can you unmute everyone? Hang on. Okay. All right. Let's see if you're unmuted, Dana. Go ahead. You're still muted.
Caribbean Breeze.
Okay.
I have coffee, which smells amazing. I have lemon head,
Okay.
pineapple sage, mango.
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna be doing something with
Citronella
mango.
cranberry. I tried to get rid of the citronella smell, but it's kind of tough.
Okay.
And a eucalyptic. So in addition to caramel cutie. Now, if there is a scent that you require that you'd like to have, just put it in the notes, and I'll go and get it, and I'll tell my girl, and we'll put it together.
And what's the website again?
The website is dscandlecollection.com. So it's D as in Dana, S as in Sam, candlecollection.com.
Okay, it's going in the chat now. Awesome. TS World, love the saxophone, romance from the horn. That was really nice.
TS World, thank you.
You have it, Tommy? dscandlecollection.com. Yeah, that mango, I'm into the mango thing now because it's mango season right now. And I have all these mangoes that one of my scholars gave me, and I'm planning to make a dish with it tomorrow. So So I've been putting together some things in my mind, and I think I'll come up with something. So we'll see how it works out tomorrow.
What will you prepare? Do you have any ideas?
It's something on the dessert end, and we'll see tomorrow. It's a little surprise. So I might I might go Instagram.
One more scent that I did send Sade is cake batter. It is fabulous.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's going to be great because it's her birthday on Sunday. So that's perfect.
Cake batter.
Oh, nice. Yay. She's going to be so excited. She might be watching now, so it probably just spilled out the whole beans. But she's not watching right now. Oh, my gosh. No, but that mango, definitely I want to try that. The citron. And the eucalyptics. That's what those are the ones that I'm interested in right now. And then I want to go through, but now I know where I can get my candles because I'm tired of Yankee candles. Sorry, Yankee. But
yeah.
I'm just like so tired of Bath and Body Works. I mean, so now I have a new collection. Thank you, Dana. DS Candle Collection. I'm so excited.
Thank you. And I saw that one of your viewers asked about wax melt. So yes, I'm in the process of learning how to make those as well. So just keep the ideas coming. And
oh wow,
yeah.
Now what is that? What is that exactly? Is that for the? What is that?
I put them in the warmer and they just light up the room.
Oh, yep. Gotcha. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. You plug it in and then that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I see those a lot. Okay.
It's a lot.
Perfect.
See, people are at home and they're like, I want my house to smell good.
That's it. I mean, I have candles
all day.
Yeah, I have them, and I don't really use I use them like in a bathroom. Like if we have guests, I'll put them in there and keep them lit all night. And then just like, here and there, I love using candles, but it's just like you want to have the right fragrance. Like I had a stress reliever candle.
Yeah.
And I had, for the holidays, you get your cinnamon, your spicy, right? Yeah. So, and then of course, in summer, you want something summery like mango, So there you go. Little Sean got bitten. Oh, Phil said Little Sean got bitten.
Because he hasn't seen her.
I think aromatherapy is very healthy, and candles can be a good part of it.
I believe so too. I love lemongrass. Maybe I'll explore that next, just to have it in the background and just, to just take it down.
It's very soothing. And right now, with everyone on high alert or on high, just a little stress level now, we're kind of leveling out. You want to keep that equilibrium going, with your mental state, because right now it's all about mental health and keeping a solid mental state, or whatever way you can do it. And I think that candles definitely soothe the soul, soothes the mind. And it just takes you away. You can read a nice book with the candle next to you. I mean, it's just, you're in the shower, you're in the bathtub. We know how that is. You put your candles right there. Everyone loves that. Turn down the lights. 30 seconds. Light a candle. That Teddy Pendergrass, I tell you. Please go watch it.
Turn down the lights.
Watch it. Turn down the light. No one's echoing. We're all echoing. I sound echoey. Who is that? Maurice?
Maurice.
Hey, Maurice. Stay there. That's Maurice, Tommy's cousin.
Hello.
Maurice, how you feeling? Okay. How's Why are they echoing?
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Everybody has to wear headphones.
We do?
Yeah, sometimes you do.
I don't have any. Okay, so Dana, that's another thing on your list, to get headphones.
Not fair.
You have some shopping live. You have some shopping to do now. Earbuds or headphones or I have to get one too. I have something. I have like the wire kind, but even when I'm working out with it, it always gets tangled up and I can't really stretch out. Like, I need something that's wireless.
I'm gonna text Sean, tell him to bring me some earphones.
Yeah. So you're saying if we use those, that'll make a bet that would lessen out the echoing to the viewers?
Definitely.
Is that something that should be a rule in general whenever you're on the StreamYard? Because I'm still learning the StreamYard. I don't really know it that well.
I've seen episodes where we didn't have any problem with any echo.
Okay, now it sounds great. Now it sounds perfect. I mean, I don't sound echoey. You don't sound echoey. Dana doesn't sound echoey.
Here it comes back, right?
Now it's back.
Right.
Why is that? Does anyone know?
Okay, so the reason why is because I'm in a recording studio. I'm not in just the actual, like you're over at home. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my headphones.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a rule. If you look up StreamYard, if you look, how's that, better?
Yeah, you're better.
Okay, so it is a rule that, if you guys don't hear any echoes and the people in the chat don't hear any echoes, then you're fine. But I guess maybe when I came in, I have such a big system here that it probably is overwhelming.
Oh, that's what it is. It sounds much better now.
Yeah, you're set up differently, that's all.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the way I was set up with the music before, anytime somebody just talked a little bit, it would go through the system and it would be real loud. And it probably did cause feedback too.
Okay. So Maurice is a New York correspondent, and I think he went out on some sightseeing today. Do you have any footage from that, Maurice?
Yes, I do. I'm just trying to get set up here a little bit. I just got in. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right with you.
Sounds good. So Dana, when is the next time you're going to go to going to Jersey?
Oh, I don't have any plans. I just don't. I mean, everybody's gone. Kurt is in Alabama.
Everyone just kind of relocated. Yeah, I know.
I'd love to go, and even the few that are there are still leery about going out
anywhere. It's like that. But we'll be seeing you next month.
Yes, because in Maryland we don't care. We do care. We do care.
Listen, let me tell you something. Wait a minute. I carry this everywhere I go, like the American
Everywhere.
Express card. Let me hide my stuff information. But this is my vaccination card. So I'm carrying this everywhere. It's like, make copies of it. It's like carrying your driver's license, your birth certificate, your debit card. I mean, literally, if you guys have if you're vaccinated, keep your card with you everywhere, because there's going to be like even sporting events down here. You have like the Miami Heat games. You couldn't get in unless you had your card towards the end of the season.
I have some nice footage of Asbury Park if anyone's interested. Yeah.
Okay.
I can upload it right now.
Are you going to upload it and you're going to share it?
Yeah, I can share it. One sees it. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right through the StreamYard upload. That's right.
So you hit share, because I'm looking at you hit share and then you upload it.
That's it.
Video file. What about, I'm looking at the share screen. Is that something that you do, or just go to video file? They give you two options.
The screen, I haven't used that function. I guess people will see your screen.
Right, but I'm saying, which one are you using? The video file?
I'm using the video file. Yeah,
gotcha.
Click the share and then upload video.
Now I'm trying. Let me ask you a question, because I know Maurice is good at this. You see it? I have my regular background back here. You know, our little shimmy. How do you change the background with StreamYard here? Because I know there's a way to do it if you have a green screen, but I just have. Can you? I mean, since we're on the air now, I might as well just ask, because the only way to do it is to just do it while you're on.
With StreamYard is a little bit different.
Because I don't see an option for. I don't see an option for it.
You could do that with Zoom.
I know. I do it with Zoom a lot. But there's a way to do it with StreamYard.
Oh, there is?
Yes. But like I said, the only options that I see are mute, can't stop cam mic, and then share.
There must be another version somewhere out there. Maybe it's a paid version. Maybe
you know what, an upgraded version probably, right?
Maybe it's a beta, maybe it's an upgrade.
All
maybe
right,
it's a free beta version. Who knows? But I'm going to look for it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to research it, because StreamYard, they do a lot of tutorials. They do like a lot of, they are constantly doing live tutorials on different things. And I haven't gotten on it yet, but now I have a little bit of time, some free time. I'll try to look into it. Dana, that's your assignment too. We're going to be experts at this soon.
Yes, I need a list.
Hello, Dana.
Hey, meeting in the ladies' room is coming. Yeah.
Hello, Dana. I don't believe we met.
Earphones, lights.
And I also want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Zamila. Hello, Zamila. Who else we got here? Sister Kids. Hello, Philip.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
That's my niece's channel, but sometimes I use it.
And see TS World.
Especially when I forget to log out.
And I just
Sisters Kids TV. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, that's my nieces. They have a game and toy channel.
Oh, okay.
Sister Kids TV. The cutest kids you've ever seen.
Sorry.
Dana, this is Maurice. Maurice, this is Dana.
Hi, Maurice. Hi. How are you?
Dana's my BFF from growing up, since we were like in diapers. Our dads were best friends. They went through the police department, through the ranks together. They got their masters together, and we did a lot. We used to visit each other just practically every weekend.
Wow.
It's not easy being a police officer's daughter, let me just tell you.
Oh, but we know all the tricks of the trade, though. We know them all. We know them all.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
The easy part is getting into clubs free. That was easy.
Oh, that was the best part of it. Getting
Club
into
88.
Club 88. I mean, we had carte blanche to that. I mean, it was like, hey, it was on. That was it, right, Dana?
Yeah.
Remember Club 88 out there in the chat room, East Orange on Evergreen Place.
Bogies.
Hey, Renita, can I ask you something? If people want to know what it's like being a police officer's daughter, can they watch like Blue Blood?
I've seen some episodes. What do you think, Dana? I mean, it doesn't give
I haven't watched it.
it doesn't give you the full version of a child of a police officer.
Right.
But it gives you more like behind the scenes of like what goes on day to day. But as a child, no. We need to come up with something with that, Dana.
Yeah, it's traumatic.
That's her brainstorm. It was very grueling growing up because everyone was afraid of my father because they would just say he has the gun, and they were petrified to come near my house. It was weird. It was crazy.
Or worse, they thought that he was really cool. I mean, my dad, like, your dad's really nice. I'm like, who?
He's cool.
Who are you talking about?
I know he's cool, but he carries the gun. Was he gonna go off a little bit? It was and we received phone calls in the middle of the night. Remember this phone calls in the night? Okay, Mr. Lieutenant Hughes. We have so and so down here in the precinct. They said they know you and they know your daughter. Can you come and get him out? And probably be like, oh, Renita, do you know such and such? They said they went to school with you over there, and yeah, let him out. They were like, it was like the craziest. In the middle of the night, these calls would happen all the time. I'm like, what is going on? But those are some of the good points of being on that side of the law, right?
Definitely got stories. Like, it was a lot. Everybody knew you. Everybody knew your name. How about that?
Everybody knew your name, and it was just like, it was fun. I mean, I thought it was fun. Right, Dana?
Yeah.
Dana, put your cell phone. You have the light on your cell phone. Turn it on because we need to flash more light because we got to flash more lighting. We need lighting.
Now, I don't know how to do that.
But on your cell phone and hit that flash, like what is it?
Where's my kid when I need him? He's in bed. He's never coming near me.
Yeah, we need Sean Jr. And then you kind of could put the light on it like Dougie Fresh does. Put the light, shine the light on it, like that. Maurice, we only see you look like a silhouette back there.
A silhouette.
Like when you take those pictures, remember the serious pictures where they had the black background and just your face, and then you turn to the side and there'd be a side version, a profile of you.
Yeah. Well, that's the. Don't worry, it's gonna light up back there. I'm gonna have some nice bright lights and some.
Yeah, Dana, put your light on. You need to be lit up. You light up my life. You give me hope to carry on.
Oh man, and
the light up life.
Oh, I think you should sing on the dating game.
We played that in band. The clarinet. I used to love that song.
How's that?
You need something a little bit more brighter because you're always in black. This and black. All we see is a shiny. This is shiny. We all have foreheads, but I mean, we just. I'm trying to get mine back a little bit. Move back a little bit. Hey, Miss Photogenic, how are you? We're just having a good old time. I mean, the summertime is here.
Mm-hmm.
As Megan said, hot girl summer.
Should I show the footage?
Yeah.
Are we ready for footage? And if not, it's okay. Just let me know.
Okay, we're ready to see some sights of Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Yeah, check this out. Here's Asbury Park, a favorite place. One of the most favorite places in New Jersey, on the Jersey Shore.
Home of Bruce.
I just uploaded it. Let's see if it plays.
Okay.
And then when you finish, I'll edit mine while you're doing that.
All right.
Okay.
It did just upload. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it takes time. No, it should have been faster than that.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh, here it goes.
This is Danny Rock doing here. We are having a great time.
Wow, look what they've done with Asbury Park.
How beautiful it is.
I haven't been in years.
A tarot card reader of some sort. Remember out there? Remember we used to go there, Dana, and pay the lady to look.
Was that Freaknik? Or, see where my head is. I don't.
Used to
I
go
think that
there,
might have been the last
lady.
time.
Look at that gorgeous building.
The ball and
look at that.
What?
Wow.
Here's the action. Don't worry, there's gonna be some action coming up. So this was right after it rained, and people started to come back out here. This was at the end of the day. It had been raining, and people were just starting to linger back on that boardwalk. Now you'll see as I ride all the way down there, there is actually going to be some action. There's going to be a musician that's very popular in Asbury. There's also going to be a group of photographers that are going to tell you about some foxes that they've seen out there. And I'm not talking about foxy women. I'm talking about foxes.
Was this today?
This was actually last week.
Okay.
But we hope to capture them more real soon. Much busier than this.
There's that bad thing you were talking about, Danny. What's that all about? What does that mean?
Talking about when I was off.
Wow, I remember that.
Memories.
Yeah.
Now, I think right across from this building there was the shipwreck back in the 30s.
Now make sure we don't get striked for anything with the music coming up, Danny. Danny. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think you need to shut that down right there because it's coming.
Yeah. It's a nice innocent outfit. It's gonna get struck. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just about to do my interview with the musician. He had a lot of things to say. I wish there was a way to fast forward past that, but okay.
Can you do that while you're off, or can you know what I mean? Are you able to do that?
No, I'd have to edit the whole.
You have to edit the whole piece.
Yeah.
Well, I think if he's playing if he's playing an instrument, can he? Isn't that?
No, it won't. It could if it's. Yeah, he's probably
someone else's song
stuff in his background. He probably is.
Is it if you're playing someone else's copyrighted music?
Yep.
That's what it is? Okay. I mean, we don't know if it's original or if it's his.
It could
if it's his and not copyrighted, then you're probably okay, but we don't know, right? So.
No, he's playing definitely behind something that
someone
wrote and produced.
Come on, Danny, give us some notes from your singing voice, TS World. What do we want to sing? Turn out the lights. Light a candle. Dana.
No. Dana cannot sing.
Bring the candle up. That's your cue. That's your cue to bring the candle up.
I'm trying.
Oh, where did you? Is the flash coming on your phone? Like the light.
I'm gonna sing a little clip.
It's not on.
Always and forever. Each moment with you. It's just like a dream that somehow came true. How's that sound? And
that sounds bold.
I know that tomorrow will still be the same, 'cause we got a life of love that never will change. Every day, love me your own special way. Melt all my heart away with a song. Take time to love me, show that you really care, and we'll sail tomorrow together. I'll always love you forever. That's all I know right now. I used to sing that inside and out.
Oh, wow.
I didn't
That's
sing
a classic.
it in so long, I forgot.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
That's like your candle song.
Maurice, can you hit some Teddy? Can you hit some Teddy for us?
But I can give you something that Yeah, I don't. I can't follow after Danny. I
Teddy
can't
talk
follow.
tonight.
Yeah. I can't follow after Danny. Danny just took the stage, and
Well, I mean, you can roll some notes for us. We know you have
nah,
the chords.
that's like DMX. That's like coming on after DMX.
Come on,
Nah,
we want Mo.
Rest in
We
peace.
want Mo.
I got one for you though. You ready for it?
Yeah,
All right, here it goes.
we ready.
Hold on one
Do you know
second.
how to put the flashlight on?
One second. Oh man. You know what? Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get Barry White to come online with me. He's waiting in a balance. Hold on.
Is that Maurice talking?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
Hello?
I hear you, Maurice.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, put the flash on your phone.
I do. I have it. I think.
Like it has like the light. You have it on.
Yeah, but why is it not steady? And why isn't anyone helping me in my house?
That's
Nobody wants to be on camera.
Have the position it where you can light on your face there. Because this whole thing is literally with the lighting. Like I learned the hard way. I mean, it was times I was talking and it was completely like I was like I had all the lights out and I'm talking, not even knowing what's going on.
This is what I'm going to do tomorrow all day.
The ring. You're going to order the ring.
In the ring.
You need to order that ring on Amazon. And I'll send you the one that I have. It's pretty cool. And it's portable, and then it stretches all the way up to like 6 feet, and as small as like 1.5 feet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and it's really good. It's you put the different colors on it, flashes, it goes to the light. Yeah.
Hey Nita, when did you get that ring?
I got this maybe about 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't that expensive. It was maybe like $30, $40 maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you get it on Amazon, eBay?
On Amazon Prime, yeah, I went on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
And I can send it to you because I have the order. They save all your orders, so you can save it, and I'll screenshot it, the screenshot, and send it to you. So, nice. Yeah. So we're here in the building, and time is 10:56 p.m. Tomorrow is actually the federal holiday. It's actually going to be celebrated tomorrow. For Juneteenth.
Yes.
Because of course Juneteenth is on June 19th, but because it falls on a Saturday, it's going to be observed tomorrow. That's what I was told. So it's the federal holiday actually starts. The bill has been signed by Biden. So now tomorrow all the post offices will be closed, the banks will be closed. Yeah.
Why is that? What holiday?
Juneteenth.
June 10th?
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Weren't you talking about it last night with Tommy? Yeah.
No. Can you explain that?
Danny, you want to take that?
No, you take that. I don't know how you explained it.
Well, it was when the slaves
You're
were
the
freed.
educator.
Oh my God! Well, you're the historian. Basically, it was a bill was signed by Biden. Congress has been pushing for it, pushing, and it's just a day when the slaves were considered, to be free. And this was after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by Abraham Lincoln. And it really was originated in Texas. I'm not sure the city, but Kamala Harris, she was on today, live, and she talked about the history of it. And I kind of was in and out watching it. But it's the Congressional Black Caucus. Everyone has been pushing this to be a federal holiday because it is it's been celebrated for decades. This particular day, I never really celebrated it,
right?
But I know that a lot of organizations, people celebrate it. It's a big day because it's the day that the slaves were free, the official day, which is June 19th. So it's termed as Juneteenth, and it's now official. It's now a federal holiday. So Biden signed it, and it went live today, and it's official. So June 19th, which is the actual day, falls on a Saturday. This coming Saturday. So because it falls on a Saturday, it's going to be observed tomorrow, Friday. So everything shut down. It's federal holiday now. Now next year it's going to be on a Sunday, because every day goes like another day each year. So it will be observed on Monday next year, 2022. So
I'm surprised it's not observed on, let's say, Saturday and then Sunday, like that.
Well, it's a federal holiday, so they want to make it where businesses are shut down.
Right. They want to give people vacation.
Okay. Yeah, that's the concept of it, and it's just been a very historical day, and it was really great, for it to be recognized, and again, because it's been celebrated, so long, it just became, official, and now it's a federal holiday, Juneteenth. So all right, celebrate, and there's all sorts of celebrations that are going on. I know my sorority, we're doing something Saturday on Juneteenth through Zoom. They're having you're gonna find stuff like there's a jazz fest going on in Fort Lauderdale all day for Juneteenth. They have private. Tomorrow there's actually an art show down in Overtown, which is a part of Miami.
Florida.
They're launching a Juneteenth display, mural display. So there's a lot of historic things going on throughout the country, all weekend long. But Saturday is the day that everyone's going to celebrate.
I just think that education is key. I know tomorrow we're going to go to DC and go to Black Lives Matter Plaza. We did a family photo shoot there last week. But that was just, in and out. But to go and actually, we want to go back and actually take in, a lot of things that we took for granted, that were just a lot of history that's there.
Right.
That we all could learn from.
Let me ask you, have they opened the museum back?
No,
it's not open.
That is more than one day trip.
I know. That's like a weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a weekend. Because I know my sister gone with her family. They've gone a couple of times, and she's like, you can't do it in one day because you start underground, and it kind of brings you up to the curb because there's so many different levels, meaning like the basement level, then the first floor, second floor, and it takes you through history. And then at the very, at the base, at the foundation, it starts out with slavery, because it takes you back, with the shackles, and it takes, and you're underground. That's the whole concept. And it's just supposed, it's like the most amazing display, and with all the artifacts and all the historical paraphernalia, everything that's in there. They go to historical colleges, they go to fraternities and sororities, they go through sports, entertainment, poets, author. It's a whole combination of being of color and embracing that.
It's beautifully done. I think Queen Latifah had which was surprising too. I'm like, wow, because we know her. We're, she's from East Orange, so she had a display. It was relevant, but you have to go a few times.
Yeah, I want to get
once.
And before you had the tickets, you weren't able to get it. The tickets were sold out for a year. And I don't even know what they look like now, but I know you have to literally go online and reserve a ticket months and months in advance. But you're saying they haven't opened yet. I guess that would make sense. It's too, because you're so close with everyone. It's a museum and it stays packed. But that's something that that's one thing that I want to do the next time I go to DC.
Yeah.
Danny, didn't we I think we did have a conversation about Juneteenth yesterday, didn't we?
You did. Tommy talked. Yeah. I remember hearing it. I don't know if I. Yeah.
Danny, what do you think about Juneteenth? What do you think about the celebration of proclamation of what is that? I'm sorry, it's not the proclamation.
Freeing the slaves.
Freeing the slaves. Yeah.
That's what it's.
Now that I've schools a little bit on it. Dana.
No, I was asking Danny because I see a lot of people in Manhattan. It's overwhelming to see how many people are coming out in all races, all colors, showing the support. Coming out and actually seeing you know, the problems and you know, and the situations and shining the light on, the history of, people who came here to build this country alongside of, everybody working together. Um, I don't know if everybody, if I'm on, on the same page. Um, what do you think about that, Danny?
I think they should have done it a long time ago. They should have done it like back in the. They should have done it in the early 1900s. Is what they should have done. But better late than. In my people, we celebrate our first freedom from our first slavery that was in Egypt and Passover.
When
but
you
we
say
don't
our-
celebrate
what
our
people?
we don't
people?
celebrate our freedom from our we don't celebrate the freedom from our last slavery, which was only about 70 years ago during the Holocaust.
Right. Right.
But there is a
Oh.
remembrance for it.
Right, and
Yeah.
every year you guys come together and you actually, I mean, it's something that's done every year. Respect, right?
Yeah,
not
memorial,
respect,
yeah.
but just more like
The memorial, not
Acknowledgement.
everyone,
acknowledgement.
not
Right.
everyone keeps it, but it does go around. Help but to notice it because it's all
Right.
over Facebook, online, social media, but in Israel, I was there while they had the memorial. That was fascinating. I actually watched it go on. It was the most fascinating, interesting thing that I've ever seen in my life, and it could be done for the freedom of Black Americans as well. What they do there, I don't know if they would do it, but they could. What they do in Israel is they play Holocaust movies 24 hours, like nonstop. You turn every channel, Holocaust, Hitler.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. There was hundreds of channels all dedicated to the Holocaust. I've never seen anything like it.
I enjoyed the movie The Diary of Anne Frank. That was
Yes.
that was a classic for me. I learned a lot about the Holocaust from that movie. That was
There's
good. That was
also-
great.
I always wonder why it's such a problem in the political world where, everybody has gone through some sort of slavery and bondage. Why is it so hard when we get on a suit and tie, we become different, and we don't remember, every, the atrocities, that have occurred, and Juneteenth is I mean, we appreciate that. I mean, that's I guess having that day of acknowledgement, and we need to come together as a people as well. And have these play slavery stuff on every channel in New York and on TV, every channel you turn to. But that's in Israel, right? They do that in Israel. They don't do that
They do that in Israel, and they have runs.
In their household.
Run
In their household, they
Oh, no,
play it
walk,
all day,
I'm
right?
sorry.
In their
In their
household,
house, they remember it in the house. They remember it in the hotels.
They
They
do they
also
play it?
have gigantic walks on the boardwalk with thousands
Right.
of people just walking on the boardwalk,
Yeah.
holding candles.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And look how many people died slavery. Okay, why? We need to hold some candles.
Yeah, I think
Stop
Saturday's gonna be like a game changer to me. I mean, I just think because there's so many celebrations going on. There are a couple of parades, walks. I mean, there are things happening that are popping up all over now, even more so. You probably go to social media and find so many events for Saturday. I mean, you're
Yes.
gonna have to have a whole selection to choose from.
Yeah, no, I was I'm actually friends with the Rough Rider, the owner of Rough Rider, the father of the Rough Rider camp, and he is the one that orchestrates the whole Juneteenth in Harlem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
he orchestrates the whole Juneteenth. He's the head imam.
How long has he been doing that?
For since I was a kid.
Okay, so it's tradition.
When I used to go over there, he used to have me do things. He used to have me go and help out, or he said he needed me to do this and that. And that's the father of Rough Riders. I'm not talking about DY and
Right.
but yeah, and they're Muslim, and
Right.
yes, and so they're very involved in Juneteenth,
Cool.
and yeah, no, it's
Yeah, I think it's a win for everyone.
I mean, I think it's generational because I'm listening to you all speak, and I don't remember my parents making a big deal about
That's
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
I mean, not that it wasn't important, but because they didn't, I didn't know to. But now
Right.
I know better. I will pass that on to my son. So somewhere it got lost with them, meaning my parents. So
it did.
sometimes let me just say,
I'm right
sliding
with you on that.
Yeah, and you know the crazy thing, and I'm going to shut up. The crazy thing is that we're just finding out about it. People are just finding out about it, you know. And the thing is, it's been out there all this time.
Yep.
But you know what? The blinders, you know, the I'm going to focus, go straight forward. I'm not going to look left. I'm not going to look right. I'm you know, sometimes in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you came from.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, people probably like, you know, Roots said it all. You know, the movie Roots said it all. The book, my dad had the book Roots. You know, like I remember sitting back. I actually had, or my brother may have it, but that novel, Alex Haley. You know, I mean, that was a Juneteenth type of moment for me, right? Growing up, you know what I mean? And like you said, Dana, it just wasn't something that was really like celebrated. You know, I'm just being kind of open and really trying to really feel it as a child.
Right.
And as we look at Danny, as what he said, you know, you hear the love. You hear the love. They get together. They light the candles.
Right.
You know.
They walk together.
They walk together. You know, the love.
Yes.
Here, come here, my brother. Let me put my arms around you. We're together. Let's pray. Let's together. You know, the love. And
lots of praying.
And so, you know, sometimes I'm not saying we need to copy, but we need to look at other things in order to.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, you know, I think well, you know, Black History Month, you know, that was our embracement. Like that's kind of where we started, where we kind of got our knowledge, our getting our cups full from is celebrating Black History Month, you know, versus Juneteenth. Because I mean, just thinking now that's something that since we were born, Black History Month, I mean, that was it. Dr. King Day. There you go. Those were that's what we embraced as children. You know what I mean? Everything from performances, putting on the play, reciting I Have a Dream. I mean, you know, it was all about Dr. King and living the dream and having the dream stay alive.
But wasn't the abolishment of slavery? You see what I'm saying? The blinders. You see the way the blinders. The abolishment of slavery was so important.
Yeah.
I want to ask everyone a question here in this room. Did any of you read books about slavery as children?
No. I come from a family of slaves. You know, so I can just ask my family and go to the past, my history.
Yeah.
Right. I can pull up a video that I did for my family, showing back in the 1800s that our family used to have. The reason why our family in Atlantic City has so much property, is because there was I forget his name. He's a great somebody. I'm not going to say his name, but he started a cotton field. He had made it out of a business. And with that money, he bought some homes. Then he came from South Carolina, landed here in Atlantic City, and they started to use that money to buy homes. And that's why a lot of the family in Atlantic City, everybody has a house.
And that's the same with our family in Virginia. Same thing, sharecropping. I mean, I know that a lot of the sharecropping, a lot of the, you know, owners actually sold some of that land to the slaves, and which stayed within families. You know, where there are plots, there's just land, acreages of land that my great uncle has owned, and it's spread out to the entire family. And it's because of that slavery time. It's just been passed on generational, so I can understand what Maurice is talking about. I mean, because then they had the reparations, and now that whole, that to me is still up in the air. I know on the Indian reservations they've gotten it, but now we're still talking about our ancestors getting reparations. I mean
I
that's
want to
like
throw something interesting to you at you. Also in Israel, the bars were not allowed to be open. All bars were ordered closed. So also in the hotel room, in the hotels, there was no liquor served. It didn't matter if you were a guest or highest level or to the lowest level. No drinking allowed. The bars closed. They're not going to serve anybody anything. No room service. No liquor served. Is that kind of interesting? Like they really wanted people to reflect on the time. They didn't want people drinking, getting distracted. They really made people focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, getting back to
that's
your
not,
childhood,
that's not us.
how did you learn about?
There. We're gonna have some 40s there. We're gonna have a couple of nips. We're gonna have some Bacardi. Yeah, we ain't gonna focus. We just gonna get lit.
Oh boy.
Yeah. How did you ladies learn, and you too, Maurice, about? Well, Maurice said he learned from family. How did you ladies learn about slavery when you were children?
This family. I mean, the talks with the grandparents. I mean, talking about their parents really and their parents. I would say going back during, the great. I think that's probably when the slavery kind of was like in its prime during those years. But then they had, you had the crops, the sharecroppers, the pickers of different types of cropping. I mean, and just of course learning stories, and then of course being exposed to it through reading, through books, through movies, doing your roots, doing your heritage. That's something that was very big with a lot of us during our elementary school years was finding your roots. Like doing your family tree. I can remember calling up my uncle, who's a historian on my dad's side, and he broke down our family tree all the way back to Ireland.
Right.
And that's how my maiden name is Irish. Okay.
Wow.
So it's so it
maybe
goes.
we're related somewhere.
I know, right?
Exactly. It's McCleary. Yes, exactly.
Right. Yes. So so everything breaks down because we were brought here, and things were, then things happen. Of course, procreation and mixtures of races and things, kind of went all sorts of ways. You know what I mean? And that's again how I learned my roots and my history. Now on my mom's side, we have a historian who does our family reunions, my cousin Cynthia. And two of my cousins have been on ancestry.com. And they've just, found out all sorts of information and have gone back again to the slave cropping time, where of course procreation, and that's how things kind of mesh within the family and just generational and how your roots are, and how you got certain last names, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you learn through your ancestors and talking and learning stories.
For myself, it's almost like I learned my history from Shane. Now, my parents were both from Pittsburgh, and my grandmother and my aunt, and you know them, Renita. They were fathered by the master.
That's what we're saying.
Okay,
yes.
So it's almost like they wanted to escape what their past was. So to be successful meant kind of forget where you came from and just save money and do better. So my parents left Pittsburgh to come to New Jersey to get jobs because all of the jobs in the Pittsburgh area were steel mills and things like that. So success for them was forget about what we had, get a corporate job or a better job. My father, a police officer, and do better. So I have to honestly say most of my history was learned in the school books. Aside from the shame they felt of who their real father was. If that makes any sense.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
as I said yesterday, my history was given to me. One reason was because my mother was a single parent, and she was amongst some very righteous brothers that were in the Brooklyn area. She had some really nice, good friends that were really into culture, and so my mother sent me to a school called Uhuru Sasa, and that school is a Freedom Now school, and we learned about slavery. They kept us woke. They don't have those kind of schools anymore. If you didn't have your homework, they tell you to line up, and they would beat you behind, spank you behind right there, in the side room, but right there in class. If you act up, and one time I was on the line playing with somebody, and they sent me to the big principal, and he had an extension cord.
Oh.
Okay. And he whipped me and that little kid all around his office. Okay. And I couldn't go home and tell my mother. Well, actually, I did tell my mother.
Wow.
And she told me to go back to the school. Okay?
Wow.
Because see, when you don't have a male figure in the house, right? You have to teach your men how to be men. So, rewinding and going back to what we're saying about the culture and slavery, yeah, I learned it at a very young age, and I marched at a very young age for the rights of of our culture.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I said is I dated Malcolm X's daughter. So I knew Betty Shabazz. I was definitely around at a young age too, around these people. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you think Louis Farrakhan killed Malcolm X?
No.
Louis Farrakhan.
Well,
You mean Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah, I think that's his Muslim
I think that's
name.
what you're okay.
Maybe,
I don't really want to go into. I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't want to really touch on that.
Stay away from the theories.
Yeah, because that one's a little deep. That might, all of a sudden your light might go out, and I don't want that to happen. So let's keep it. Let's keep it.
So anyway, I just think that it's a good thing that, of course, we're being celebrated, and it's not just Black History Month. I mean, we want to celebrate it 365 days. That's what we talk about. But of course, we recognize Black History Month in February, Dr. King's Day, birthday. That's something. I mean, and that's how, of course, we embraced our history. I'm an educator, so and I teach a diverse amount of nationalities, and I still focus on the inventors. Like, that's my big thing, the inventors. So and of course Barack Obama. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be Barack Obama in my classroom. You know what I mean? I really hone in on the greatness, because it's exposure. You know what I mean? And I teach at very, very young elementary school level. So just to give these kids exposure, all nationalities. When I say a diverse, and they absorb it. We do full presentations.
There's always been a cap in schools. There's always been a cap. I used to work as a teacher's assistant in New Rochelle High School, in an alternative school. If you give too much information, they will come to you and say, "Listen, you're going a little too deep." Okay.
But I don't know what you said. What are you saying?
You have to keep it at Martin Luther King. You have to keep it at certain things. You cannot go as deep in these schools. I mean, in
terms of who discovered America,
you can't.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you can't.
But if you really break it down, I know where you're going with. I know what you're saying.
Because they'll get you in the meeting, all them people, all them heifers, all them.
I've seen people get reprimanded. I've seen people get, I haven't seen them, but I've read about it. I don't know anyone personally, but we just try to give exposure. You know what I mean? Because it's a history that cannot be denied. You know what I mean? With so much greatness and so much Black excellence, as Puffy calls it.
But if you go to school, if you go to a Jewish school, the Jewish people, they have their own schools.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own schools,
Okay.
and they teach the message. And the message
They teach
become,
what's been taught for thousands of years.
they teach, and they teach it, and the kids grow up with the knowledge. You know,
But I think that we need to, and even including myself, if we don't understand something, we have to exhibit the strength to say, I don't know anything about your culture. Can you please educate me? And Danny, you're Jewish, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to use this as an example. I was on going on a business trip to California. It's a long trip, 5-6 hours. And it was years ago, and I'm sitting next to this guy, and we're just chit-chatting, and I said, listen, I don't know anything about your culture. What I see on the news is there's always a bomb. Can you please educate me? And we talked for hours. He was thrilled. He wasn't insulted. By the time we were done, he told me that Starbucks was the worst coffee ever. Israel's coffee, it was better. I mean, but
Wow.
it was fast. And this is like, however, 5-6 hours. He was thrilled.
Wow.
Because I said, I don't know. I know what I see on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Is that real? Is that true? And he's like, well, it's the way of life. We know it, but AB and
See,
by the time we were done, he's telling me about coffee because I exhibited the courage to say, I don't know anything about your culture.
Not every Jew is learning on their culture. That's a big problem that we have. Not everyone is, and there's just a lot that deny being Jewish. They don't embrace their culture. That's a big problem too. Not all of them, but there's many of them. And they don't have any idea what the religion is, what the history is, why people feel the way they do. But that person that you spoke to sounds like he knew a lot. So you may have lucked out and really
I was just like, look,
the real
you got
story.
me for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
wait, where was that on a plane?
Bias, huh?
Where was that? Where was that, on an airplane?
Yes, we were flying from Newark to California.
Wow.
And then I'll just admit my own bias. As a new mom, little Sean and I were on a long flight. And he might have been 4 or 5 months old. And I had to go to the bathroom really bad. This guy knew I was struggling. So he's like, would you like for me to hold him? And I said, yeah. Like, my immediate reaction is like, yes. And he was of Indian descent. So, but my yes. Handed him the baby. And then I stopped. I'm like, oh my God, like, is he going to do something to my kid? I'm just like, how ignorant is that? We're on a plane. He's sitting here cooing with the baby, but then I let my own bias stop me for a moment and say, be inhumane, just for a quick second. And you have to also check yourself at times. And fabulous flight. I went to the bathroom and he held the baby the rest of the flight so I could read a magazine.
Nice.
He just enjoyed it. So
wow.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I just think if you really open up, just say, listen, I don't know anything about your educate me. People are willing to talk. They talk about things that they are passionate about.
Exactly.
I had an experience of being related. Well, my kid's mother, my baby's mother, is her family are Black Jews. And I kind of learned a little something about the Torah, and there's certain certain things that they do as far as marching around, and I just learned a lot of different things. I didn't go into total depth.
There's so many different types of Black Jews. I have to ask you which type.
Okay, so
we have the Ethiopian Black Jews. We have the converts from our country, like American Black people that convert to Orthodox Judaism, and then we have the other ones. They call themselves Israelites, and they actually believe they're the real Jews and we're the fake Jews.
Wow.
Well, not the Israelites, because I know about them.
What about the Hasidic Jews?
No, they're not Hasidic.
Yes,
No, I'm talking to Danny.
okay.
Like they're
there's many black
Hasidic
Jews. There's many black ones.
Because we have a lot of Hasidic
millions,
Jews in Miami.
many.
We have a lot of Hasidic Jews in Miami and Hollywood, Florida, down here.
Yeah, you got a rapper that's a Hasidic Jew.
Yeah, Nissan Black.
He's black.
He's Hasidic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the black one, right? The black guy.
Yeah, he converted and he became Hasidic. He's Orthodox Hasidic. Changed his whole life.
Now, is that what Sammy Davis Jr. when he converted over? Was that which area?
Now Sammy Davis, he was not Hasidic.
No,
but he may have been Orthodox.
Yeah, he converted over.
Like he may have been Orthodox Jewish. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't Hasidic. He was. I would say Orthodox, but he converted over.
He converted over. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then our Ethiopian brothers and sisters, some are Orthodox, some are Hasidic, some are just Reformed. Mm-hmm. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah. You learn something new every day. You have to listen.
Exactly. So well, this has been a very interesting and enlightening conversation, table talk. I mean, I've got a lot of takeaways. Yeah. I'm sure everyone has. We've had a lot of entertainment. Thank you, Danny. Dana, entrepreneur extraordinaire. Get your candles.
We're claiming it. We're going to claim it.
Claim it. Embrace it. Live it. And, take off with it. It's all about celebrating you. And it's all about celebrating each and every one of us.
Yes.
We all have gifts. And, this is a show to display your gifts. This is what the platform is all about. Dana was on the podcast earlier today with Tommy. That's going to be airing on Monday on Lux Media Studios. So look out for that. Yeah. And I'm excited about that. And, we're just making it happen. It's all about making it happen. And this is our time. The pandemic has brought on so many positive notes just without the negativity, but it's brought out a lot in each and every one of us. It's brought out our passion, through the time of turmoil and tragedy. And we're, let me ring my bell. I thought that was.
I gotta get my bell.
So we just want to keep everything upbeat. The dating game's coming up. Meeting in the ladies' room is coming up. Get ready for that. And, we're in the lab with that right now, and it's going to be on and popping, and it's going to turn all the way up. And Danny, is just giving it to us all the way through. We just got to make sure we don't get anything striked. Maurice is going to be bringing that New York City flavor to you. And, it's all good. It's all good.
I want to thank you all for inviting me on the platform. I really enjoyed the conversation. I watched it on YouTube, but now I'm actually here. So, and I got my friends to chime in.
Oh,
it was out of control today.
Keep it coming, Phil. Come on, bring them on. We want all the boys to come in. We got 95% women on this channel.
You know what? Okay.
Bring them in.
Also want to acknowledge the chat room. TS World, we hear you, we see you. Yep, Swanson, we see you. Zamila Williams, we see you. Miss Photogenic, we see you. It's not my birthday. My birthday is June 21st.
Boogie's birthday is today. We know yours is yesterday, Marie. So happy belated birthday to you.
No.
When's your birthday?
Is June 21st.
Oh, okay. Someone said it was yesterday.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Someone said it was yesterday.
That up.
Yeah, someone said it was yesterday. So I was like, oh, okay. It's the 21st.
Yeah, it's the 21st.
Okay, well, Boogie's birthday today. He's 1 year old. He just turned one, so we celebrated that today. He had a big day today, so
we're gonna have a huge birthday party online.
Oh my gosh, June is something special.
Yes, it is.
But so I think this is great. It looks like we're going to shut everything down. The time is 11:33 p.m.
Is it?
And we have to do this again.
Summertime.
The summertime is here, everybody.
Yeah, I'm going back outside. There's a party outside. There's a party in
Is it a pre-Juneteenth party?
No, actually, it's a I went by the water and I saw the DJ system being set up.
Oh wow!
And
that's what I missed about home.
I know.
Yeah. So I asked them, when are they going to get started? They said that about 11 o'clock.
Man.
But Dana, did we ever go to the garage together? Didn't we go to?
Absolutely.
You had the membership, and I went with you. Dana had a membership to the garage, and that was my first time going. The place blew my mind.
Just eyes open, just like
the garage. Dana, you had that membership card. Do you still have your membership card? Because that was the only way to get in, and I went in with you.
And here's the thing, guys. I'm more of a hip hop head. I'm not even a deep club or hip hop is my thing. Right. I am a hip hop historian right here.
Let me find out.
I'll tolerate the Jersey club thing.
The Jersey clubs. Exactly.
I was sick about DMX. Let me tell you.
Jersey has hip hop.
Yes.
But the Jersey Shore, unfortunately, Jersey Shore, it's all like about just rock, like classic rock.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I get tired of it.
Oh wow! Well, we love Bruce, and that's the home of Asbury Park.
That's all they talk about.
Give it up to Bruce Springsteen.
For sure.
He's collabing with someone. Yeah, he's collabing. I was watching on Good Morning America. He has something coming out with I don't even know who the other person is, but he has a collab coming out like any day now. They were talking about him today.
Ooh,
he's
Bruce.
still relevant.
He's always going to be relevant. But reminiscing on just back in Jersey, the club scene. Dana and I used to hit the clubs from Peppermint Lounge because Tommy used to he talks about the club scene all the time, Dana, and I'm like, don't let me get on here and start talking about my clubbing back in the day, because I'll bring everybody back to life
and then go to work functional the next day.
Still going to. Did we get any sleep before we went to work the next day? I don't know.
No, because I would iron my stuff before I went out for the club.
The next day.
I knew what the night was going to look like.
I used to remember just literally going home, taking a shower, and just going right to work. Like it was just times. And I can remember several times when that happened, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate in this room, on this platform, because I know. Zamilla, she talks about China Black, definitely. I don't see China Black on here tonight. But we had a couple people up top, up north that can definitely relate. And those are the times. And I cherish those moments because we can always talk about those times, because those were some good times.
Hey Nita, being that you're in Florida, I used to go to this club. I went only once when I was in college.
I don't go to any clubs down here.
I wanted to just experience it. I don't remember who I went with.
Okay.
But they talked about some rock club, right? Like hard rock club.
Okay.
It was open till 7 a.m.
Really?
It probably doesn't even exist anymore.
I haven't gone to any clubs in Florida. Something they had that's kind of shut down. It was like they had a brunch there. It was just kind of like top 20 music. But it was that. Literally. So I'm gonna honestly, I have not been to any clubs down here.
Come to Manhattan.
These were my peak days, but back in '91, that's when I went to this club. I was there till the sun rose. The club was open till 7 a.m.
Get out of here.
That sounds like the garage.
Danny,
that's the garage.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Danny, you hung out?
That was the garage.
I wanted to experience it, and plus I was a night bird anyway, so it wasn't that bad.
The garage is legendary.
Woo. The last club I went to was in Baltimore a few years ago to go see the Locks. I think I was the only female in there.
Oh,
really?
Yes. Yes,
wow,
and they killed it. They had C's. I'm telling you, hip hop historian, right?
I went to the Bad Boy reunion tour here in Miami when we first moved to the 20th anniversary of Bad Boy. We got the very, very close seats because I was like, I don't care how much I have to pay. I'm trying to get as close as I can before everything sells out. We went to the AAA, which is American Airlines, where the Miami Heat play, and went to that show, and I lost my. Everybody came out. Everyone just came. When I tell you, it was like the movie was right in front of you. The Bad Boy reunion tour was like the best ever, and that was my epitome of hip hop, all the way live.
I'm even willing to go to the Locks in Baltimore.
Yes, the Locks were great. The Locks were great. They turned it out.
Well, you might see me with them when they come out there.
Okay.
I'll be traveling with them soon.
Okay.
And doing some things with them as well. They got another album coming out.
Please let me know, because my husband and I go crazy. And then after that, we saw Nas with the orchestra after that. Yeah, and that was when he dismissed the orchestra. He was excellent with the orchestra, but then he dismissed them, and then it was crazy.
What does that mean? Dismissed him? He got rid of them? He fired them?
No, he didn't. No. Their set was done, and then he just rocked with the DJ.
Oh,
and everybody was just going crazy.
I love Nas.
We were crazy classy with the orchestra, but once but it was so much fun. It was outside. It was great. It was great.
I have
met LL Cool J down at Florida, down in Boca at FAU. Met him personally, then really just hung out with his band.
Wow.
LL was too busy.
I met LL actually back in like the 80s when he was at a club in Newark on Halsey.
Sensation.
Thank you, Dana. And I had gone with Sheila. I went with Sheila Dietrich, and LL was performing. This is when Rock the Bells had come out, when he first came out.
Yeah, in the 80s.
We were on stage dancing.
Wow.
LL was there. He got on stage to perform. We ended up going backstage. You know how we always do. We get backstage, hung out with LL. Then we drove in the limo to Zanzibar. So I said, let me look at your driver's license. His driver's license said Todd Smith, I think, right? And then he called his grandmother on the phone, and he always talked about his grandmother. And I was like, this is crazy. So we partied with LL. We actually partied with LL.
That's a story.
And you know what? I wish we had cell phones back then, because I mean, where's the footage? I'm like, where are the photos? I don't know.
I actually performed with LL Cool J. What's the name of the other group? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
That
was with Andre Harrell, wasn't it?
I had a different experience with the Hollis crew. Backstage, we didn't see eye to eye. They came on the stage pretty rough. His Todd was pretty good, cool and everything, but his entourage was a little rough back then.
Yeah, wow. I remember the guys that were with him that
I used to break dance. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Wow. We have so many more memories to talk about. Mouthfuls to talk about.
That was fun.
Yeah.
His crew was from Queens. That's where they were all from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The dancers, the musicians, everybody, all Queens.
Run DMC. I mean, the Hollis Queens. That was all.
Mm-hmm.
Hollis Queens, right? They were serious out there.
Run DMC. I would cry like, oh my God. I'm like, walk that way video. You know, like a million people. It was in Union City. Oh, you see me right there. Oh,
I actually went to church with Run.
Oh wow.
Right,
wow.
Reverend Run and his kids, and it's funny. The church that we was a part of. You ever heard of the guy that used to have the gold chairs all the time, Reverend Ike?
Reverend Ike, yeah, Reverend Ike.
Okay, yes. Run is a part of that. Do you know that?
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Run is a break off from the Reverend Ike. And you remember how Reverend Ike was talked about, he's making too much money, this and that.
Okay.
So the church that we went to together was on 103rd Street. And Stephanie Mills used to go there. And a lot of other stars used to go there. But it was just amazing, you know, being around them and the family and the kids and to see them where they're at now. And, you know, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Let's give it up to the 80s.
So much to talk about, right?
I could go on and on.
Oh yeah.
Wu-Tang, the whole lot. Well, that's the next episode.
That's the next episode, and let's not forget New Edition. We'll talk about that another time.
I still got my button. I actually have a picture of it. I'll have to send it to you guys ahead of time.
Autographed pictures
the
from Club 88.
And the button that says "I love Bobby Brown." It's awful. Yeah. It is awful.
Do you remember another
who was the candy? Oh, we were all candy girls. I had a sweatshirt that says "My Candy Girl." Somebody gave it to me. Still have it.
Remember Another Bad Creation?
ABC, yes, the group
yes.
ABC.
That was my organization.
Okay.
I had the kids, and I went through with Belle Biv with the guy from Belle Biv DeVoe. We had a little bit of a squabble about the name Another Bad Creation, and there was a lot of conflict between us on that one. I have articles, and next show I'll show you some articles where back in 1983, before they even started that Another Bad Creation. I had that Another Bad Creation with the kids. And
interesting. I didn't know that.
And,
nice.
and there's a lot more to that though.
Yeah.
That's another conversation.
I'd love to hear about that. We have mouthfuls. That's why this platform is so muy importante.
Yes.
Positive
so again, yeah, this is good, and this is good therapy too. You know, this is really good therapy. So I'm glad about this. We will continue this conversation, and looks like we're going to sign off. It's 11:44 p.m. Eastern time, and everyone, it's been real, and everyone who's been viewing and watching us, thank you for joining us. We will be back.
Thank
very,
you.
very soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Tribute to all fathers.
Yes.
Day. Thank you.
Definitely. Okay.
Bless
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night. All righty then. That's it.
All right, Maurice.
All right, Danny.
Take
care.
Take care now.
All right.